In this video, we will discuss different ways in which we pursue various things in our life. Watch this video to the end that might even change your life from today, as you will be able to make efficient financial decisions in your daily life. Raman, who saves $4 by brewing coffee back at his hotel room instead of drinking at a local coffee shop, goes to a casino in the evening where he finds free parking and a free drink. But these free things cost him much higher, for which he is not serious. Raman does not feel like he is spending the money when he uses colorful chips in the casino. Spending plastic doesn't feel real the way paper bill would, and he keeps on tossing it away. The surrounding that consists of cash registers, bright lights, dollar signs pushed Raman to fancy himself as a protagonist, and he spends his money extravagantly, thinking that he would earn an extra $200 for his retirement. Unlike Raman, all of us do these mistakes in life while making financial decisions which we must be aware of. In 2012, Ron Johnson was appointed as the new CEO of JCPenney. He changed the price tag system of the products in the market. Previously, the head price used to be higher and the customers would be provided with options like discounts and sales. But he proposed to use the real price tag, offering no discounts to their customers. This caused the company to lose $985 million, and Johnson lost his job just in a year. This is due to the effects of relativity, one of the most powerful forces that makes us access value in ways that have little to do with actual value. Most of us compare the value of anything before making any financial decision. So these companies make us compare the discounted price with their original head price. An item tagged as $100 is sold at $60, providing a handsome discount of $40. Normally, people do not consider the opportunity cost of $60 that could be used somewhere else. Suppose a man plans to save $60 this week after all his expenses, but that is true until that point when he sees a board of sale while he passes through the street. His mental accounting encourages him to use his $60 to buy the so-called product in sales, which might not be essential for him. This happens to most of us all the time, and hence we spend money unnecessarily. These tactics were used by the weekly magazine The Economist to increase its subscription. The offer was $59 for the web version only, $125 for the printed version, and $125 for the printed and online version. These three options help general people to compare the $125 for the printed and online version against $125 for the print-only version. The relative comparison between these two offers makes people easy to go for the last one. This increased the sales of the printed and online version of The Economist threefold. Similarly, the pain factor plays an important role while making financial decisions. We always suffer from pain when we need to spend. Well, thinking about spending creates pain that would affect the whole reason for the spending. When you pay in advance for anything in a big amount, you don't feel the pain to consume that comes under that package. For example, advanced payment for honeymoon. But if you have to make the transaction for each spending, you think about it and feel the pain. When consumption and payment coincide, enjoyment is largely diminished. When they are separated, we don't pay as much attention to the payment. The pain is ongoing. Simultaneous payment is much painful than the payment before. We should be aware of this psychological behavior before doing any mental accounting. Similarly, the use of credit cards and other digital payment systems helps to reduce pain while spending. This will increase our expenditure because we cannot feel the real pain as paying the real cash. So we should make a decent financial decision despite using the digital payment system. The next factor that is important in making a financial decision is the ownership of an item. No matter how that ownership came to be, makes us overvalue it. Why? Because of something called endowment effect. So if you are using something for a small period, you feel the ownership of it. This effect is shown in our real life, like the subscription of some channels on the internet and TVs, which was free for some time in the past. After using for some time free, we get used to it and feel that we need to pay to continue to use this. The business firms use this nature of ours to sell their goods and services. So we can make a good decision if we know about the endowment effect. The loss aversion effect also contributes to making poor financial decisions many times. The pain for loss is twice that of the pleasure of gain of the same amount. So in case of investment in the stock market, which is fluctuating all the time, we easily sell the stocks when their value starts to fall, as we could not bear the pain of a downfall in price despite being short time. The fairness of price is also an important factor in any financial decision. If any work is completed in a short time, normally people do not want to pay high for that. So, transparency plays into effect here. Transparency, revealing the work that goes into a product or service, allows a company to show us that they are working hard. We don't value things much unless we know there's a lot of effort involved. Any reasons or explanations made by the business firms would help customers understand and accept these price increases. Transparency, because it reveals effort and thus the appearance of fairness, can alter our perception of value in ways that have little to do with the actual value. Another important factor is the use of language and words. Language doesn't change the product, but it does change the way we interact with it and the way we experience it. Language can also persuade us, for example, to slow down and pay close attention to what we are doing. Imagine we have the best glass of wine in the world, but we have it while sitting in front of our work computer paying no attention. How much would we enjoy it? On the other hand, imagine we have an inferior wine, but we think about it, consider its history, taste it, examine it, and cherish it. Despite its objective inferiority, we would get considerable value out of it, potentially more than the objectively better wine. So, consumption vocabulary gets people to think, focus, and pay attention, to slow down and appreciate an experience differently and then experience the world differently. A 1-minute description of a chef's specialty dish not only focuses us on that dish for an entire minute, it also provides context and depth to the dish itself. It concentrates us on the flavors and textures and taste, giving us a nuanced, complex way to think about the dish. We might imagine ourselves looking, crunching, smelling, or cutting. Our mind and body prepare for the experience. When language supports an experience or anticipation of an experience, it changes and enhances that experience and how we value it, and hence we pay higher for that. Well, these are some of the factors that affect our thinking and alters our financial decision. If we are aware of all these things, we can make a better financial decision in our life and live happily. I hope you will be aware of all these effects to live your life better than yesterday. Please comment for any queries and do not forget to subscribe for more other contents. Thank you everyone, have a good time and stay blessed.